So when you search for depression online, most of what you come up with are what I call egg depressions. It's non-meaning based causes, physiological causes that don't have to do with making meaning out of anything. So things like genetics or side effects of medication or like a chemical imbalance, serotonin, dopamine being off balance, hormone imbalances, or like a secondary characteristic to another disease like Parkinson's. So the thing about it is all of those things do cause depression, and I categorize all of those non-meaning based depressions as what I call egg depression. Because for years, I was having a healthy breakfast of 2 eggs every morning on toast, and I had no idea. For a while, I was like, oh, maybe I shouldn't be eating, gluten or sugar. So I cut out all of that. And it was actually the eggs that were causing me to be depressed for years and to have low energy. When I was eating eggs, I was feeling like irritable, like I could be a real jerk to people. I couldn't connect with any of like the love in my nature. And I felt like nobody loved me. Like everybody was against me or criticizing me or just hated me. And, when I realized, when it finally came to the forefront that eggs actually, and wheat and gluten, were contributing to this, were causing this, I learned that, when I'm in that state, I don't need to try to figure out what's wrong in my life. And it's really not a good time to make any major decisions. I just need to take care of myself and be able to kind of get through the episode until the toxins clear my body and I can get back to feeling okay and feeling myself. And the reason for that, why I don't get stuck anymore in what are my thoughts, and trying to somehow counteract my thoughts when I'm in depression, is because story follows state. So this is a concept from Deb Dana and Stephen Porges, who teach about polyvagal theory. And what that means is story follows state, means that what we think, what we tell ourselves, the story that we tell ourselves, is a direct result of our nervous system state. So if you're in a depressed nervous system state, if you're getting the message inside that something is off and your nervous system is responding to that with depressed symptoms, the thinking that you have is going to be depressed thinking, right? It's going to feel like everybody hates me, the world is cold and dark, I'm all alone, or whatever thoughts tend to come to mind when you're depressed. Counteracting the story or focusing on changing your thoughts isn't going to help if that's not the cause of the depression. So when you're in egg depression, the cause is anything that's actually not meaning-based, and it can be something that once you address it and resolve it, if possible, it will clear up.